Hey you, yes you, try to look around. What can you see? High-flying birds, leafy plants, tall trees, animals, and of course, you see humans like you.
All of them have their lives, life that needs to be fulfilled.
Life that should be lived to its fullest. Everyone who lives in this world is in search of something.
Something that not everyone has achieved. And that one thing, is freedom.
It's the act of having free will. It is the act to choose and decide.
Being free is being able to think what we want, feel what we want, and to become what we want to be. Freedom is we need, and what we always wish for.
But freedom has to have its own limitations. Every action we do affects others, and what they do also affect our lives.
That's the biggest reason why we are not totally free.
This kind of thinking is what we have for a long time.
But we were wrong because we found the true essence of freedom.
I am Rosmer.
My name is Robert Lawrence Estella.
My name is Marjorie Culia.
My name is Karen Meiji Boticario.
My name is Keisha Sabiso.
My name is Christine Paula Arroyo.
My name is John Martin Digo, and this
Is our
is our story.
I still remember the first time I joined journalism on my grade 6 level. A little bit shocked and nervous, of course, because I had no experience. But because I wanted to learn something new, I participated as editorial writer. Sadly, the competition ended. I did not get a medal. Time passed and I went to high school. I was chosen again to join and again I lost. Till senior high I entered and here is still participating again. I still remember what my parents told me. You joined since elementary days in that competition, but you never win, and yet you still want to join. It still hurts every time I compete. I always think to myself, should I participate again or not? But I said to myself, it's okay whether to win or to lose as long as there is something new. I did not stop fighting. The day of my competition came in and was really nervous because the opponents were used for the category, but I strengthened myself more because I want to prove to my parents that I can win. Then the awarding came and I won. Sometimes you just have to follow what you want to do and don't let others influence you. Freedom means having the right to make decisions on your own and doing whatever you want to do. And for me, what truly free is to live my life in my own way, follow my own rules, and break the laws the way I want to.
All of my family members are not into sports. I remember the time that my parents, especially my mom, are trying to stop me from playing volleyball. As what I have said earlier, our family members are not into sports. I think that's the biggest reason why they're stopping me playing it. They say that I'm too young for this, it might bring injuries to my body, it's too time for me, and volleyball is only for girls. Hearing those discouragements and words from them, of course for a 9-year-old guy, you have no choice but to follow what your parents decide for you. But I follow what my heart wants, and that is to play the sport. After my parents see me happy playing this sport, they start to support me. That's the happiest moment in my life. And for me, freedom is a choice. If you really want to get something, you will strive for it. You will never stop for that one thing. And I think that's how I achieve my freedom.
Many people do not understand dancing. Many people will judge you. Others will say, she doesn't even know how to dance. Her movement is not suitable for dancing. Others will say, parang tanga lang. But they don't know dancing is the only way of her to relieve stress. Dancing can make her happy, but why people don't understand all of that? But through all the obstacles, I made it an inspiration to be even more steadfast and fulfilling my dreams. In life, you can force people to like you. Sometimes, they are the hindrance to your dreams. All you need to do is to accept the truth and trust yourself. and think positive that you can do it.
Women in this competition are judged largely on their physical appearances, rather than on any other qualities they might possess. That's why I always ask myself, why am I making an effort to win myself in this competition where people can place me, abuse me, and be judged from head to foot and be compared with all the other girls literally by standing in front of these people to grade our body proportion as we turn around like, who's better looking? Despite of all what others say, pageant isn't just a word. Rather, it's always boosts me up and motivates me to work hard. Be whatever you want, ignore whatever others say, and do what you like to do the most.
Lift my head up and open my mouth. My voice escalates with every tune that comes out. The soothing words bounce off my tongue and release the tension held within. Even if the sounds aren't perfect or correct, every little bit helps me get through the day. When stressed, nothing helps me more than singing. My passion for singing comes deep within my soul, mind, and heart. When I sing with all of me, putting everything I can into it. My passion for singing comes deep within myself, my mind, and heart. And I show my freedom of how I will sing. And singing is my passion.
For you, what is freedom? For me, it's the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants, without hindrance or restraint. In our family, we are free to decide on our own. We can do what we want. But when I reached 9th grade, I got sick, and I'm hospitalized for almost a month or 2. I never thought that being sick will bring anxiety to me. I feel like I'm in prison. I can't go to school or perform my church duties, which hurt me the most. But when I finally recovered, I started over again. Being sick taught me to be strong. That being strong, not only physically but emotionally, is a must. You will be able to face every trials that will come to your life.
I grew up not used to telling my problems with anyone. I don't want to bother anyone. Until one day, I found myself crying so hard. I feel like I'm alone. No one can lean on and no one can understand me. That day, I started to write in my notebook how sad, lonely, and scared I was that day. Until it became a hobby to tell stories in my diary. I also made stories and poems. I love writing because it was the way for me to express my feelings. I still remember my friend read one of my stories and said that I am not good at writing. I started to doubt myself and asking myself if I'm really good at writing. Then I realized I don't care. I will continue to write for myself and not for her. So for me, freedom is doing the thing that makes you happy and makes your soul alive.
Freedom is nothing but a chance to be better. Freedom is not overcoming what you think stands in your own way. It is the understanding that what is in your way is part of the way. Freedom is who you are, and who we are. We are people, fearfully and wonderfully made. And we chose to be who we are.